Kimberly Williams Paisley was born in 1971, and she spent her childhood in Rye, New York, a coastal community located west of New York Community. Her two younger siblings, Jay and Ashley Williams, were also there during her childhood. As they grew older, both of the Williams sisters pursued careers in act. Probably you have seen her younger sister Ashley in one of the many Hallmark movies that she has starred in, or you may recognize her from her part as Victoria in the hit sitcom How I Met Your Mother. In addition to that, Ashley has begun her career as a director behind the camera. While wishing her sister a happy birthday in the year 2020, Kimberly posted a message on Facebook in which she congratulated her sister on her work as a writer and director. By adding, "Oh, how I love her and the person she's grown up to be," Kimberly made it quite evident how close the two were when they were child, and she has maintained that closeness to this day. "You are the stud to my dud, the calf to my coffee, and the alcohol in my wine, Ash. I am very grateful to have you." Kimberly Williams Paisley was able to secure a breakthrough role in the film Father of the Bride, which was released in 1991, when she was attending Northwestern University to study drama. This was the opportunity of a lifetime for her. Annie Banks, the eldest daughter and the future wife, is the character that she portrays in the film. The young actor was not only working with celebrities such as Steve Martin, who played her father, and Diane Keaton, who played her mother, but it was also a historic occasion to get a prominent role in a major film. This was a momentous occasion. In an interview with Bobby Wigand in 1991, Williams Paisley was asked about his decision to accept the role. He stated, "I didn't think I was right for it, because I'm 20 years old, and a lot of people tell me that I look younger than 20, and this was for the part of a 22-year-old. Williams Paisley was referring to the fact that he was offered the role of a 22-year-old. She went on to say that this may have worked out for her, because she did not have a great deal of anxiety during the audition, because she was under the impression that she would not be selected for the role. During her career, the actor, who was only 20 years old at the time, had no way of knowing that the role would define her for decades to come. Following her breakthrough performance in Father of the Bride, Williams Paisley went on to earn a degree in drama and go on to act in a number of other projects, one of which being his second appearance in Father of the Bride. Her second major part, which would go on to define her career, was in the year 2001, when she played Dana on the popular ABC sitcom, According to Jim. The antics of suburban parent Jim Belushi and his long-suffering wife Cheryl, who is portrayed by Courtney Thorne Smith, are the primary focus of the current television show. The role of Cheryl's sister was performed by Williams Paisley on the show. She was a part of the cast for the final episode of the show in 2009, after having been featured on the show for 7 seasons. In a post that she made on Facebook many years later, she reflected on the happy time she had spent with them, writing, "We used to get together at Courtney's house with our spouses, and she would make us something delicious to eat whenever we got together. I gained a lot of knowledge about hosting from Court, but I was never able to grasp it to the same extent that she did." At times, this ensemble was the most enjoyable group to play with. There were moments when they were. Kimberly Williams Paisley first became acquainted with Brad Paisley, a country music superstar, in the year 2001. When she appeared in his song video, the audience was given the opportunity to witness the couple in a romantic setting. The duo is seen in the humorous music video for his song I'm Going to Miss Her, in which they are seen acting alongside each other. In the video, the couple discusses their disagreement regarding Brad's preference for fishing over their relationship. As was the case with a great number of other people, Brad was the first person to see her when he went to see Father of the Bride in theaters. The information that Brad had seen the movie with his ex-girlfriend was disclosed by Kimberly during an interview that took place on the Meredith Vieira show. 7 years later, he is adamant that this has never occurred before, despite the fact that they broke up and ended up not working out. One day he awoke and made the decision that he wanted to give me a call. The two individuals began dating shortly after that phone call, and they have remained together ever since. When it comes to those who are interested, I am a sucker. Kimberly was not even somewhat interested in the concept of getting married, despite the fact that she played a role in the film Father of the Bride. On the other hand, after meeting Brad, it got a lot more real. The couple swiftly became engaged after they began dating, and they eventually tied the knot in the year 2003. The couple celebrated their wedding with close friends and family members in attendance. Prior to the couple's departure, the celebration came to a close with Brad performing the humorous song "Toilet Seat" down at the reception. In 2023, Kimberly published a photo on Instagram commemorating the couple's 20-year marriage anniversary. 20 years have passed. We've been to some incredible places. Many happy returns of the day, Brad Paisley. Although it is not perfect, it is us, and for that I am extremely grateful. In an interview with People magazine, Kimberly mentioned that one of the factors that has contributed to the success of her marriage is that she does not take herself too seriously. We capture the most memorable moments, as well as the finest chuckles. Our relationship is built on the foundation of laughter and maintaining a sense of play, and this is a significant part of it. Following their wedding, Brad and Kimberly were blessed with the arrival of their first child, a son named William Huckleberry Paisley, 4 years after their wedding. Kimberly gave birth to another boy, Jasper Warren, in 2009, which was 2 years after the first child. After becoming parents, the couple's lives was dramatically altered. It changes your beliefs in almost everything, Brad said in an interview with The Boot. That is enough to shake you to your very core. There is no doubt that Kimberly adores being a mother and places a high value on whatever time she is able to spend with her children. I don't want to look back on this when I've complained for years about not having time for certain things, like fishing with my kids and hiking in the woods. She said to People, I don't want to look back on a situation like this. To the greatest extent that we are able, we are attempting to achieve that. In the year 2022, Kimberly posted a throwback photo of herself wearing headphones and a hospital gown as she was about to give birth to her first kid. The date February 22, 2007 was written by her in the caption. After my water broke more than 24 hours ago, here I am, trying to persuade Huck to want to come out, just like in the movies. When I took this picture, I had no idea how much he would make us laugh, how beautiful and fascinating his heart would be, or how courageous and compassionate his heart would be. Huck, I hope you have a wonderful 15. Oh, how we adore you. It's possible that you are most familiar with Williams Paisley for her time spent in Nashville, or if you missed her early work. Peggy Cantor is a recurrent character that is played by the real-life wife of one of the most famous country singers in the United States. Williams Paisley began playing the role in 2012 and was thrilled to be a member of the cast. However, she noted that it took her some time to become familiar with Southern culture before she was able to play the Nashville character. According to what she shared with Entertainment Weekly, I grew up in New York, where pretty much everyone tells it like it is. While there is a lot of Southern charm, and bless your hearts in a location like Nashville, there is also a lot of Southern charm that sometimes glosses over the truth. Despite the fact that I have a deep appreciation for the warmth and the charm that this place exudes, I have also realized that people do not always express what they are thinking. Having said that, It appears that she has been adequately prepared for the challenge thanks to the years she spent living with the country star and adjusting to family life in Tennessee. Williams Paisley remained committed to acting throughout the entirety of the series, leaving the singing to the other actors. The sitcom was centered around country music. The popular series continued for a total of 6 seasons, culminating in 2018. Despite Williams Paisley's departure from the show after the second season debuted in 2013. In the immediate aftermath of the passing of her mother, Williams Paisley released the book titled Where the Light Gets In. She discussed the struggles that she and her family had faced in relation to her mother's health in the document. It was determined that her mother, Linda, suffered from primary progressive aphasia, a form of dementia that is extremely uncommon and affects the area of the brain that is responsible for communication. Williams Paisley revealed that some of the initial indications manifested themselves when she informed her mother that she was engaged and, to her surprise, had a modest response. In spite of the fact that she found this to be peculiar, she said to People magazine that she had initially dismissed it. In addition, Williams Paisley's mother had difficulty reading a passage from the Bible at her daughter's wedding, which is evidence that the symptoms are still present. The official diagnosis of Linda was not made until a couple of years later. It was Williams Paisley's intention to publish her book so that other families could find solace and gain insight from her experience. Throughout the memoir, she places a strong emphasis not just on the ways in which the sickness impacted her mother, but also on the ways in which the entire family learned to deal with it. But we're just trying to have those kinds of honest conversations that I wish I'd had with my mom about what do we want, she said in an interview with Brain Life. In the year 2024, Williams Paisley disclosed to her supporters a health problem that she had been battling for a few years at that point. She revealed that after she lost her voice on stage a few years ago, it had never fully returned to her. She posted a selfie on her Instagram account that showed her lying in bed while wearing a hospital gown along with the caption, "At the end of the day, she underwent surgery to repair the damage to her laryngeal nerve. I am having some difficulty with my voice and I am not sure whether you can tell either." In spite of the fact that the actor's experience of losing her voice was a terrifying one, she was relieved to have discovered the cause of the problem. As she wrote, the past few years have been fraught with difficulties. In an effort to heal it, I did everything in my power. Over the past week, I was finally able to undergo surgery at Vanderbilt Health with very skilled physicians, and the outcome is looking and feeling much better. In a short amount of time, fans responded to the update, and Williams Paisley received an overwhelming amount of support in the comments section. She expressed her gratitude to her followers in a post that was updated a few days later. The store is a community food program that was established by Kimberly and Brad at the beginning of the year 2020. It is a nonprofit organization that is committed to fighting hunger. Following their involvement in voluntary work with their children, the idea for the store was conceived. According to Kimberly, they have never experienced a night in which they were forced to question the origin of the food, so you can imagine that this has contributed to them becoming a little more attuned to their surroundings. The experience of helping with her sons at Unity Shop, a free supermarket in California, inspired Mary and Brad to establish a market in their home state of Tennessee that was comparable to the one they had previously worked at. In contrast to the majority of food pantries, the Keep provides customers with the opportunity to select from a variety of meats, fresh produce, and other food necessities in the same manner that they would keep their groceries at a conventional grocery store. In order to accommodate the fact that the store launched at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, they would need to make some adjustments, such as providing alternatives for delivery and pickup, yet they stayed committed to their goal. When Kimberly was asked about the show by Southern Living, She stated that although Williams Paisley may have spent her childhood in New York, she has developed a deep appreciation for the rural lifestyle she leads in Franklin, Tennessee. In spite of this, it required some modification. According to what she shared with Southern Living, people are driving by and really stopping their vehicles, rolling down their windows, and having a conversation in the middle of the street here. The thought that came to my mind was, why are we talking right now? Aren't we both going to have to go somewhere? On the other hand, I have come to realize that this is the standard practice in the South. The duo is frequently swamped with work due to the fact that her spouse is a musician and she is an actress. But while they are at home, they have a more normal life with their family and a large number of pets. Kimberly mentioned that throughout the course of time, they had amassed a significant number of animals, which include lizards, dogs, and other creatures. I had no idea that we would have a donkey, but to my surprise, we do. He was adopted by us. Donkey rescuing is what he does. Williams Paisley has affirmed to Southern Living that Tennessee is a place that she considers to be her home, despite the fact that her life in the country may be different from what she was accustomed to in the past.